What is up, you guys? It's your boy John here from Puma Plow, and it is about 7 o'clock at night, and it is the first time today that we have seen the glorious, glorious sun. As you can see behind me, there's some rain that way, and if we look that way, we've got some beautiful sunshine. Like I said, it's about 7 o'clock, and it's the first time today that we've seen it. We got some awesome clouds out here today. Doesn't really look so good that way. Not at all. So anyway, you guys might say, hey John, what are you doing out in the pumpkin patch right now? I'm going to cut a pumpkin, pick a pumpkin for a guy that we know, and we thought it'd be funny to give him a pumpkin that's ready to go right now. We've got some of these out here, the ones I showed you last week. Assuming it's still good, I'm going to pick it and we're going to take it to a guy. More so as a joke than anything else, but we've had over 2 inches of rain in the past week, and the weeds are just out of control again, which, what else is new? The pumpkins are blooming like crazy right now. Here, I'll turn you guys around so you can see the bad sky. The pumpkins are blooming like crazy right now, so there will be lots of pumpkins set on very, very soon. But we're going to go ahead and pick this pumpkin. Here we go. First pumpkin of 2016. Cut off the vine. We use actually when we go to pick them for our pumpkin party that we have, we use a loping shear usually, like the big long loping shear is usually what we use. So yeah, this pumpkin's in good shape actually. So like I said, we are gonna take it to a guy that we know. We were telling him about it the other day, and we're like, yep, we'll bring you one, why not? So there's probably a few more out there that are ready to go, but this is the only one we're gonna pick. And actually, as you can tell, they're to the corn already. They're to the corn on this side, and they're over on to the grass on the other side already. You guys can see it from the drone how well these things are doing. It's just crazy. I'll put the drone footage in after this, but quick look at the corn. You can see the ears have turned a little more. There's actually some corn in the area that is almost brown already. It hit its days and it is maturing. So we're gonna go put this pumpkin in the truck, and we will cut to some drone footage. And John the voiceover guy, go now.
Alright guys, John the voiceover guy here. How's everybody doing? Thanks for clicking on the video. Appreciate it. I know I already said that, but I do. I truly appreciate everybody watching and following along what I'm getting into down at the farm. So here we are flying the drone over what we would deem the front yard, and it's hard to tell, but it rained Sunday morning, this particular Sunday morning, and it was very difficult to try to cut the grass. It kept raining and raining and raining in the morning, and then when we came back from lunch, finally it was like, I'm just gonna go cut, and that's just that. And it was ungodly wet and very cloudy and just not good. I did end up cutting the grass a second time this particular day just to get rid of some of the clippings. It's hard to see them, but they're there. It was bad. We have a lot of crabgrass down there that just loves this hot, wet weather that we've been having lately, and it's crazy. So this particular week, this grass actually got cut 3 times down here at the farm. So good dirt, lots of crabgrass. It happens. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing really you can do about it. There you can see a lot of the clippings. There's some yards in town this week that look just horrendous with clippings. I need to try to get out and take some pictures. Actually, they look that bad from the crabgrass and people not cutting and everything. So that's the grass. I get the award for the worst looking yard ever, but that's okay. It's a farm yard. So now we're flying over the pumpkins. You can see some of the orange out in there. Right, actually over there on the left side is where I picked that pumpkin from. But you can see a lot of the yellow in the centers of the pumpkin plants. That is very common. It's bug damage and maybe a little too much water at times, but we haven't watered them in forever now. Our drip irrigation system has been turned off for quite some time. We've been just getting rain after rain after rain down there, which is good, but it's also bad at the same time. Because it's like, okay, enough. So you can see still the varying sizes of our pumpkins. These are the last couple of hills that we planted here, and you can see this spot that's all cleared off. I wonder why that's cleared off up there. There was straw there. Dad is planting turnips, beets, and carrots. I think those are the 3 things he has planted there. Not at the time of filming this. This was not planted. I don't actually have any footage of him planting, but some of it is planted. We still have, I think, beets to plant, but there are turnips and carrots already planted, and he's planting them for our pumpkin picking party. So here we are going to get in our hollyhocks patch. They are done blooming for the year. As you can see, there's not much left. They're pretty ugly looking. So we get out there with the gas-powered hedge clipper and cut them down, clean them up a little bit. We don't like do anything with them usually. Sometimes we'll like be careful and take them all out and then burn them. This year we decided just to leave them in there. They will rot, but it just looks so much better if you get in there and cut them down. And it's full of these big old weeds that we need to go ahead and pull out and get rid of as well. And that'll be an ongoing process because, of course, with all the rain, the weeds continue to grow and grow quite well. So you can see right there we're hacking through it. Some of these we had to get the loping shear out for. It's like cutting tree trunks down almost. They're ridiculous how big some of these weeds are out in this patch. So here you can see it afterwards, all cleaned up. The pile of weeds at the bottom there, all nice and cut and trimmed, looking good, looking real good. I know it looks pretty bad right now, but they will rot. The new plants for next year will actually, they're all coming up. They're little tiny ones now. They will winter over, and then boom, they'll pop out into nice big old flowers next year. And those are our grandma's favorite hollyhocks. That's what those were. So now we're going to fly over our cantaloupe, and you can see the garden's wet. There's real deep footprints at spots. There's tracks from animals that are real deep. It's wet because it rained earlier this day. Every time I kept going out with the drone, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go film. It would start raining. So like it was said in the intro here, it was about 7 o'clock before I was able to film. Maybe around 6 o'clock or something when I was doing my drone flying. 7 o'clock when we got the sunshine finally for the first time. It turned out to be a really nice day in the end, but early part of the day kind of sucked. So those are the cantaloupe. Now we're going out. Remember in last week's video, I think that was just last week, where we went driving down that field road with all the weeds? Well, this is flying over it now. And you can see that the farmer has pretty well burned it off. It looks really good. What he went down there and sprayed, what we were going to spray, but Mr. Farmer Man took care of it for us. And we're going all the way out to the one corner here. You can see that corn starting to go, guys. There's already one field closer to town that is ready to be picked almost. It's drying out. It's all brown and it's ready. You can see all the weeds in that corn right there too. It is terrible out on this corner. But around the telephone pole there, Mr. Farmer Man did a pretty good job cleaning it up for us. So we will get down there after the corn is picked. Before the beans are picked, we'll get down there and clean it up some more. So this is actually the spot where we turned around. We had to back in the field, and this right here was where those really tall weeds were in this road right here. Those were the really tall weeds that were hitting on the hood of the truck. As we were driving, you can tell they're pretty well burned right off, and it looks really good. So thanks, Mr. Farmer, for taking care of that. But yeah, like I said, we'll get down there when the corn's all picked. We'll get down there with the brush hog and a machete and clean up around the telephone poles and whatnot. So speaking of cleaning up, it was time to clean up around the buildings. Time to trim. Now, trimming is one of my least favorite activities at the farm, but it's one of those things that has to get done. And Dad won't let me use Roundup trimmer, or liquid trimmer as I call it. He sprayed it along that building over there to the left. So calling you out, Dad. But if it were up to me, we'd use a lot more of it. But it does look like crap. So you can see how wet this is. This was, let's see. This had to have been right after I cut the actual grass or something. I'm just blowing water right here in this spot. I really should be using a lawnmower here, but I had the trimmer in my hands and it works. Just rev the bad boy up full throttle and take your time, and you clean it up eventually. It's all tough crabgrass. You can see right there I used liquid trimmer. It looks bad. So realistically, string trimmer makes everything look so much better. And yes, I made shaky footage even shakier by speeding it up, but hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I haven't showed any trimming this year. I did trimming last year, but you know, that's the ongoing struggle with the On the Farm series, is that it's kind of the same thing year after year. So we just got to have different new ways of showing you guys kind of the same stuff. But there we go. There's another spot of liquid trimmer. So, and really, trimming the farm is not bad when there's two people. The whole time I was out trimming right here, Dad's actually across the farm trimming around the big shed, the pump house, the old chicken house, the garage, the gate, asparagus patch, stuff like that. Dad was over there trimming that. He actually went out before I did, grab my trimmer, go help the old man out, because, you know, that's just kind of the person I am. So, trimming around the old combine shed here. Yes, this shed used to be big enough to keep Grandpa's old gleaner combine in. He had the gleaner combine, a couple plows, a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Grandpa was really good at packing his sheds completely full of stuff, having no wasted space whatsoever. It's kind of like sometimes in farm sim when I get going with putting stuff in a shed as tight as I can possibly get it in there. So, guys, that's about it for the trimming, and we will throw it back to Actual John here in just a second. Thanks for watching, though. I appreciate it. Here's Actual John.
So anyway, you guys, sorry about the sun in your eyes, but I do appreciate y'all watching another On the Farm video. Make sure to hit that like button for more. Subscribe as always, and until next time, I'm your boy John from Puma Plow. Thanks for watching, and toodles.